welcome to another episode of Shooting
the Shit with Rachel
and Neal Young. So we're talking all things real estate photography business growth, mindset, and getting it done. Here come your favorite true entrepreneurs, Rachel and Neal Young, shooting the shit.
I have a ferret on the podcast. Like if we're kind of in a slump, like what kind of things do you do?
Talking about a boob light.
Straddling a power line.
Nice photo.
Ooh, I need that.
I'm like red right now because I'm embarrassed. I go like this. I love it.
Come in.
Sure, use your podcast voice. Will
You know, over here, I'm kidding out.
Drone's like flipping to the ground.
That's a great callback.
Chit-chatting.
Is that what you call that? Hey!
This episode is brought to you by my admin. Well, HD Photo Hub, which is basically like having an admin.
That's right. And it's not just a delivery platform. It's a powerhouse designed to make your work shine. From stunning teaser videos and social media reels to custom property websites and polished printable flyers, HD Photo Hub automates it all so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
That's right.
Welcome back to the podcast. We had a great question that we are going to try our best to answer from a listener who reached out and said, hey, had a good year, but I'm a little worried about slow season coming. What do you guys do to prepare to get through slow season? It's the big looming scary thing in the distance, which is going to be here before we know it, right?
Yeah. I know. It's it's such a sad time of the year because we're in Washington and it rains and it's gray and it's crappy about 6 months out of the year. I was talking to Abel about this. It's really just winter that's awful. So November to March or December to March. I do know my seasons. But spring is great, but it rains a lot. Summer's absolutely beautiful. We only get 2 months of it. Fall is gorgeous here, but it gets kind of crisp. And then winter is like that daunting. It's terrible out. It gets dark at 4:30 and we have no money coming in and no clients. So it's just like all of it combines and it makes for this like just terrible time of the year that I need to obviously like revamp my mindset on and try to fix, which I'm working on. But a lot of that, like instead of getting there and being like, holy crap, we have no clients, because we know in this industry that the winter does slow down a lot, that we need to be doing everything possible to save money, prep for that, figure out how do we stay in front of our clients? What are we doing to make sure that when any of those people have a listing, they're calling us?
And the other thing too is if you do get busy enough, the hard time with the short days is you can do like half as many shoots as you normally could in the winter, which is tough.
It's true.
But the first thing I would say that nobody could ignore that we need to do to get ready for the slow season is if you haven't been doing it already, you need to start socking away that money. You need to resist what happens to me every time busy season comes and it's like, seems like all the money just keeps coming in the bank account. Don't buy the stuff you want to buy that you don't need to buy.
Exactly. Like the 4 light stands that I bought when I only needed 2. I'm like returning one and I only have till Monday to do it because I wait so darn long. I'm like, okay, I gotta get in by Monday because it was like $120. But yeah. Or that maybe it's that lens that you've always wanted, but you don't really need it, but you buy it just because you have the money. I am the queen of wasting money, but I've been better.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge for me too. It totally is. I get it. And I'll do it on little stuff, like, just Amazon stuff. Oh, I don't know. Well, yeah, that would be nice to have that. And then just buy a few things. But and then you go, where'd the money go? And you're looking, oh, geez, all those little things I spent money on, extra, whatever, this, that. So yeah, the biggest thing, if you're not doing it already, you're trying to stockpile money for your taxes, but you're also trying to stockpile money to get through the slow season. So yeah, you should have a separate little saving. There are now some cool apps that I am looking into trying some of these too. You can set it up. Certain banks allow to automatically, and there's some apps, I believe, just started researching it, but they will automatically, anytime you get a deposit, you can set it up with, like, we use Stripe for our payments. You can sign up for a system. Some are free, some cost money, and there's some different plans. I've just started looking into it, but you can set it up so that when Stripe sends that payment, part of the payment goes directly into a separate account. So you can set it up so that every time 10% goes into this one account or 20% goes into this other account. And I really like that because it doesn't go into my main account where it just looks like, oh, look at all the money I have. Because that's what I always do. I go, oh, wow, look at my bank account. Let me spend some money. And then you pay your editors. And then you know, and you're like, oh, what did I do? Oh, no.
Then you pay your shooters and you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and if you're like me, another one I have set aside as an account, I use a lot of editors in the Philippines, and a tradition there is something called the 13th month, I guess it's called, something like that. So it's like a bonus for at the end of the year that is kind of standard over there, that you pay this additional bonus, which I have honored the past couple of years that I've been with my editors. So yeah, you basically give them an average of what they got, and you pay them that extra. It's almost like a Christmas bonus, if you will.
So like a whole month's wage, they get extra? Is that what you're saying? Like the average of what you paid them all every month?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even know about this. Seriously? Oh, I feel bad.
Hold on 1 second. Before I make sure I'm saying this wrong, I just want to make sure I'm actually saying this right. What is the 13th month in the Philippines? How does this traditionally work for it's a bonus payment? Is that an extra month they get paid based on an average of the year? Just want to make sure I'm explaining this correctly. An extra month's salary required by law there, just to make sure I wasn't saying this wrong. But yeah, I don't know. It says here that, I don't know if it's required. It says it's required by law. I don't know if that's accurate, but it is there. Maybe if they're a full-time hired employee, it's required by law, but the 13th month is an extra month pay, total basic salary earned of the year divided by 12, basically.
Okay.
So you get that bonus. But now that I have more and more people that are working for me, now they're all part-time that work for me. So, but I still do it. I don't, and I know that they look forward to it, and it helps them a ton, and it's a very exciting thing for them. You pay them in December, so come the holidays where it slows down, they have money to do stuff with their family and all this stuff. So it's a big deal, and it's also a big incentive for them to want to work with me every year. So,
Oh yeah, and it's just nice to be able to do that for your people.
it feels good, but it's difficult. If I'm not last year, I didn't plan for enough of it, and I was like, oh boy, that got expensive. So.
Psst. Sorry to interrupt. If you haven't heard, Rach and I are using Pixl CRM.
Pixl CRM isn't just another boring tool. It's basically your business's best friend. With Pixl CRM, you can automate your lead generation, follow-ups, client communication, and stay top of mind with email campaigns. And there's just so much more.
And if you want, you can try it out today. Just go to pixlcrm.com/STS, and you're going to get the first month of Pixl CRM free.
Do you pay yourself once a month? Every week? Every 2 weeks? How do you pay yourself?
I don't, and that's what I have to do next year. So now we're gonna switch.
You don't have a separate account from your business account?
Oh yeah, sure. I have a business account. All the money goes into the business account, and I have a checking account, and I have a savings account, and I have another savings account. I have all that, but I don't like have a set thing. I just basically transfer money to accounts.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I don't go like Neal gets this every week, which is what I would have to do once I switched my understanding of it. You do this. I don't currently do this for your S Corp.
Yeah, I'm an employee in my company, so I get a check every month. Basically.
Right. You're set up as an employee and basically it helps you with your taxes. So every month you do that. I assume you pay yourself that same consistent amount. Is that what you do?
Yeah, I get paid once a month. And then I pull like a draw every month. But it's, the first of the month I pay all my bills. I only do the transfer once a month, and I just budget everything to live off that for a whole month. So I'm not paying myself multiple times. That's how I used to do it with my ex-husband too. Like he got paid once a month. So I was used to doing the budget over the course of 1 month. Not
yeah,
that
so
I
me, it's
stick
like
to my budget, but
me, it's so sporadic up to this point where, you get a big deposit, then you don't have a deposit for a while. And so whenever money comes in, I'm just like transferring something to my bills account and something to my regular checking, which is like where we go grocery shopping. And I just wing it. Honestly, there's no set thing. It's just like, well, it looks like I could pull $100 and put it in the checking account.
if I can have at least 1 month's wages, like what I would need to cover my bills for 1 month. If I have that in my business savings for slow season, I feel good about that. I've only had to pull from it a couple times, honestly. Like last year, I think I pulled like $4,000 over from my savings. So it wasn't even that much, but for me, I feel comfortable. And then I have all my taxes saved too that are due the first or second week. I think it's January 10th, something like that. The taxes are due. So, and I've already paid in a little bit, but I save it until I have to pay it all. So I have that kind of as a cushion as well that can get me through.
Sock away that money if you haven't done it. Start doing it ASAP. As soon as we're like a week into November, it's like, take advantage through the fall here. We have beautiful colors here. So that's still pretty busy. As soon as there's colors, everybody wants to book. And so stockpile some of that money for that. And then the next thing is we both have additional offerings that we do in our slow season that are outside of our regular real estate kind of stuff. Rachel and I both do headshot offerings, and we kind of ramp, like we do it throughout the year here and there, but we kind of ramp it up because in the slow season, not only do we have more time, but also our real estate agents have more time. This is a great opportunity to reach out to them. They've also made some money through the year, so they're ready to reinvest some money into marketing, and they know they should be doing this. So this is your opportunity for headshots. Rachel does like lifestyle stuff as well. Also, I do some video content that I'll shoot in the studio more. In the winter when it's slower, I'll book more of those, which I do here and there throughout the year, but just not as much. It's not my focus because I'm fully booked doing listing stuff. But they have more time to focus on that too, because they're usually too busy to do a ton of that during the year. My clients have felt that way. I'll offer some content to create for them for their use on social media. And then we both have done, and this is one of our courses, headshot pop-ups, which is a really cool thing to offer in a great way, not only to make money, but to start building up relationships and getting more clients with the pop-up. Tell me about this recent one. You did, you made a really great connection with one of your headshot pop-ups, right, Rachel?
Yeah. So I've done 3 headshot pop-ups in the last 2 months.
Yep.
One was at a big event. I think there was 150 people, 200 people in attendance. And we did I think I did 105 headshots, something like that. It was insane. And that was fantastic because I've gotten so many leads from that. One of which called yesterday and she was like, hey, so-and-so met you at the headshot event and we're opening a brokerage and she wants you to come to do one at our office after a team meeting. And then we just got to talking and she was like, we're always looking for people like speakers. And I was like, so do you guys have speakers that come in? And she was like, yeah. And then I told her what I could speak about. I'm like, well, I could come in and teach on this, this, and this. And she's like, that would be great. And then I said, we could also do like a media day where I teach you guys how to make a video with your cell phone, stuff like that. So the headshot event opened that door. And so we scheduled the headshot event and then she's going to have me come in on 1 or 2 other meetings to just teach. And then she said, we're also having another event in October where you could come in and do your headshot pop-up in trade for being a sponsor. And I said, well, what's included in the sponsorship? She said, your name on everything, an announcement on social. And I was like, yeah, not really worth me doing 50 headshots, And then she said the magic word. She was like, and you get to get up on stage and speak about your business for 5 minutes. And I was like, that's worth it. I'm in. Yep. Yes, please. So I will be getting up and doing our little spiel, about how to build your personal brand. And I incorporate in the 3 things. So you've got lifestyle photos, booking the full works package, and getting on camera. And I tie all that back to the business. So it's a little add value for them, but it also promotes me and my business. So that was worth it for me. So I just got potentially 3 opportunities with a new office to get in front of these people. She wants me to be a preferred vendor as well with their company for real estate photos. So that's huge for us. That's a huge opportunity. They've got 45 agents in their office right now, and they're just opening. So they're going to grow. So that was exciting. I've also gotten a couple of other opportunities with the Realtors Council, the Women's Realtors Council in town. I got offered to sponsor that. And I said, instead of me paying money, do you want me just to come do photos? So now when I'm there, they see me with my camera. They know who I am. I've done 2 of those events out of the 4 for the year, and both of them have been a success. I'm seeing more people that I know. And I had another gal reach out from one of those and she's like, hey, I really want you to collaborate with me on this project. I'm like, okay. So it's just kind of snowballing and it works. It's the networking this year that I've been doing has gotten us a lot of clients. It's been amazing. Awesome. And I've never networked like this before. I've just done social media, video marketing, which works great too. But this in-person networking stuff is actually, I find to be really fun because I can actually get to know them.
Oh, it's amazing. And yeah, when somebody sees you in person, it's a totally different thing. Like, oh, she's cool. I like her. I could work with her. That you're in. Now you're in the back of their mind. Exactly. I want to know, and I'm sure everybody listening wants to know, I do a pop-up and I'll do like a brokerage meeting where they do a lunch and learn where I'll talk to them about services, and that works really well too for whatever that brokerage is that they get a connection and that's got us business. And I'll also do a headshot pop-up with them just as an offering, like, hey, I offer headshots. Looks like there's some inconsistency in the quality of the headshots you guys have. we offer high-end qualities and we'll come to your office and we'll just be there for a certain block of time. And whoever wants the headshot, there's two ways we've done it in the past. It's free for anybody who wants the headshot, but then they pay to get it. Or we've done a flat fee where it's per people that do it, it's going to be $50 or $100 each. Usually we do $100 each up to a certain number of people. And both of those are very successful because people want a headshot and they want the convenience of you coming in the studio and stuff. But what I really want to know is, for this particular event type of a pop-up, what was the scenario where you paid for doing those headshots? Was it a free thing? What did you get in exchange? And how did you get in the door with that to be able to do that, have that opportunity in the first place?
Yeah. So I did the same event last year, and it's a client of mine that I shoot for, and they put on this a big event. It's for EXP. It's the EXP rally. It's a regional rally. So it's people from Washington, Oregon, and a couple from California, and I think Idaho. So it's not all local people, but majority of them were from this area. And I did it last year and I was a sponsor and I just traded. This year it was $2,000 to sponsor it. I was like, wow, okay. Like, it's a good opportunity. And I'm like, $2,000. I'm like, that feels like a lot.
That is a lot.
So I asked, I'm like, would you be okay with me just doing a headshot pop-up? And I'll just do all the photos at no charge. And then I'll also do event photos for you. And then that got me a booth as well. I didn't get time on stage this year. I did last year. They said they might be able to get me on stage this year, but they weren't sure. And honestly, I was relieved. I was like, it was a lot to get it all set up and to do that. It takes a lot of energy to do that many headshots. I mean, we did like 105. It was insane. Wow.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
It was
insane.
Completely spent. And I was there from like 7:30 in the morning until 5:30 at night. Majority of that is conference. So you're sitting around, but when you're on, you're on. I didn't get to speak this year, but the connections I made there, the feedback I got, the editing that I'm doing now with the new AI software that I'm using is a complete game changer. We're adding that into our course. I'm recording that actually today. So that will be an added module teaching you exactly what I do. People are thrilled. Not only that, but the posing, I've really figured out the posing and how to make people look their best. And that's something that took a lot of trial and error and a lot of time and understanding of, like, it's the smallest thing. I will just tell you, it's moving the chin towards the shoulder.
Yeah.
Moving the chin towards the shoulder was a complete game changer for me. I was like, why?
Okay.
And now when I see other people's headshots, I'm like, oh, they should just move their chin a little bit too. I'm like, just go a little over and it'd be perfect.
A little over.
Yeah.
It is the smallest change like that. Just like I literally do that, the nose down, nose up thing.
Yeah,
And like
with
just
the
the littlest change could mess it up or make it perfect. So yeah, it's a matter of getting it right and just knowing what to look for. But yeah.
So that was a really good opportunity. I don't know that they're going to do that event next year. They said they might, but that opened the door for quite a few things. And we've gotten new clients from it. So we just did one and a guy ordered the full works package and he got on camera. I was like, so cool.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And I had Casey there. I had Michael there. Michael did event photos. I paid him to do them. So it cost me money out of pocket. It took a lot of time to edit all that, but it's worth it at the end of the day. And honestly, I just gave them one big gallery and they could download their photos. Usually I do an individual, when they pay, I do an individual gallery for each person.
Yes.
Which you do that for 45 people and you got to send out an invoice and an email to each one. It takes forever. It sucks. I've hired Michael to do that for me in the past. I've had Casey help me do it too. So it is a time commitment, but at that time, you just collected their email address. So if you have an email marketing strategy in place like we do, you would put them onto an email sequence that kind of warms them up and gets them used to who we are and keeps you top of mind. So it's a great little funnel to get new clients.
Rach, can you imagine if you had to go back to a world pre-HD Photo Hub?
Oh, no way. No, HG Photo Hub literally saved my life during the COVID craze. With online ordering, their invoicing, the photo delivery, the Google integration, and just having everything on one platform, HD Photo Hub really does it all. And I cannot imagine my business without it.
Same. Pre-HD Photo Hub, I feel like I was just spending all my time chasing my own tail. It was horrible. The good news is our listeners get a special deal. If you enter the code STS, you're going to get 10 free full marketing kit deliveries. Remember, enter the code STS.
Yeah, and even if if you need the money, you can also charge, and you can just do a discount. This winter, we're offering discounted headshots on site. Normally, we charge this for a headshot. We normally charge $300 for a headshot, but in lieu of being able to get in front of more people, we're offering an on-site discount where we'll give you a slot time, and it's actually only going to be whatever, $100, $75, and whatever, you're going to make those connections, and you get 10 people, you made some money too. So there's a lot of ways to swing it. We usually make money when we do them, but you can also do in front of a big event like this. Obviously, there's so much value to get in front of that quantity of people and to not have to pay to sponsor, which we sometimes will sponsor a couple events for some of our big clients too, and show up and shoot the event as well. Yeah. That's my other thing I want to say, is that there is opportunity for events, which is also really a nice offering to just kind of be more sticky with your clients. Is let them know, hey, we can do events as well, whether that's photographing them or creating a video or both. And a lot of them need that for their holiday events. A lot of them will do like a client appreciation event. So when you're slow during that Christmas season, you can still go shoot these events for these people. And we usually just charge like a $300 to go and do one of those events. But that's good money to go do that. They're happy that you're there, and you're building that relationship like one step deeper.
I just had a new client that I shot for. I think I told this. Did I tell this story? I don't know if I told this story. It wasn't that long ago, but anyways, we'll tell it anyway. I had a new client who hired me to do real estate photos, just photos. And I did the shoot. And then at the shoot, he's like, oh, what other kind of photography do you do? Do you just do real estate? And I said, oh, no, I do lifestyle and headshots. And he was like, oh, wow, that's great. He goes, I need to book you for a headshot. I need a new one. It's been like 10 years or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, you definitely need one. I said, all right, well, I'll shoot you an email, whatever, with some information. Then I said, I just brought up, I said, we could do a headshot pop-up event or a little lifestyle mini sessions at one of your listings, and we can invite some people from your office that also might need headshots. And he was like, oh, that's a great idea. I go, and that'll be discounted for you because you're the one hosting it. And he's like, okay, sounds great. Because you don't have to discount it for me, but that's great. So instead of charging $350 for 3 headshots in a 20-minute session, I charge $175 for 2 headshots and a 10-minute session. And I had 5 people come, which isn't huge, but it's enough, and I got in front of those people. And one of the gals is emailed back. She's like, thank you for everything. We're definitely going to be using you in the future. I'm going to tell all my friends about you. I'm like, thank you. That's fantastic. So it does work. And since I had all the lighting set up, if you've seen anything on Focus Media Collective with my yellow jacket, the promo videos that are coming out, I made all of those while I was there. We took me and Carly, my new shooter, she helped me out. We set up the video camera and did a couple reels while we were there. So it's like the lighting setup, might as well. And I did headshots of her and she did headshots of me while we were there. So we got some content. So it was really a very successful day. Made a little bit of money. It wasn't, it's funny because when I do these events, I'm like, I could have made that shooting real estate, but it's about getting in front of more people. It's not about the money. It's about getting to know them and then getting them on your email list so that you can stay in contact with them. Yeah.
And a lot of them don't always pan out right away, but eventually some opportunity, something happens, or they decide to reach out eventually. So it keeps paying dividends basically.
Yeah. Okay. One more thing I want to talk about real quick, so we got to wrap it up, is one thing that we do every season is we adjust our social media marketing message. So during the busy season, we were full on promoting, where we're like, we do drone photos, we do reels, because people are getting listings. So we're like, we want them to see what we can do. We're not warming up our audience anymore. We are direct selling and showing them what we have to offer so that they'll add that onto their next. Now that we're going to be heading more into slow season, we're going back to more of the relatable content, more of the behind the scenes team stuff, more of the educational content that warms them up, right? And maybe 10 to 20% is that direct selling, saying, we do drone photography or free floor plans on every shoot, or you should add an agent intro, right? So so we kind of adjust our marketing plan when we get into preparing for slow season. So Casey and I have a meeting next week to go over all of that.
And that's phase 2 is you've prepared for slow season. Now you're in slow season. Take advantage of the extra time that you have to work on the things that you couldn't get to during the busy season, and do something that kind of inspires you to push you forward into the next year, like Rachel and I are doing by going to PMRE again, which totally inspired a lot of us to make some changes in our business and try some new things. And it really helped this year. And I'm excited to see what we'll get out of the conference this year.
Yeah, same here. So if you are looking to add headshots to your business, but you don't know how to shoot, you don't know how to edit, we do have a full comprehensive course on how to shoot headshots and headshot pop-up events. There is a marketing kit in there as well with social media posts promoting your headshot pop-ups or your headshots in general. There's email templates. So it's really everything you need to know. We do natural light, we do constant lighting, and we teach on how to use flash. So if you are looking to learn headshots, we have your back. So check it out. The link will be in our description, or you can go to our website, or it's on our Instagram handle, which is Grow with Rach and Neal, and it's Neal, both on Instagram and our website. So yeah.
And the website just .com. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, save your money and start thinking about things you can do to start promoting your business in the slow season. Like maybe make a game plan of, I'm going to create 5 sequences for clients for next year, email sequences. So when someone comes on, then you have a sequence you put them through, and then another sequence you put them through. So anyway, start thinking about all that. Pixl CRM can also help with all of those email sequences. They're pretty incredible with that.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Lots of resources available for you out there. All right, we got to go. I got to stop talking. Blah.
I like to end on that. Blah.
Blah. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.